Hey hotties, pull up a chair and grab your tea because tonight we are going there. Hey my hotties, pull up your tea because tonight we're getting into the Braxton sisters and this new wave of family drama that's playing out again in front of the world. And I'm not here to bash these women. I'm just looking at what they've shown us publicly and asking what might really be happening underneath it all. Because when fame, family, old wounds, and deep emotions mix, things can get complicated real fast. Let's start with the foundation. The Braxtons have been in the spotlight for decades. Toni Braxton became a household name with huge success as a solo artist, while her sisters supported her and continued to pursue their own careers. Eventually, they invited the world into their private lives with the show Braxton Family Values. And for years, we've watched their relationships tested, repaired, and tested again. Even in the early seasons, we saw some real cracks. At one point, several of the sisters refused to continue filming because they felt underpaid and undervalued. The family was arguing with the network behind the scenes, and that tension spilled out into the show. So the first big theme here is pressure. When family becomes business, money and power have a way of turning love into frustration. Now add something even more personal. There has always been that superstar sibling dynamic. Toni's career soared in a way that the others didn't experience, at least not on the same scale. Imagine growing up in a family where one sister becomes a global icon while you're still trying to find your lane. Even when you love each other, comparison is almost unavoidable. It doesn't make anyone a bad person. It just makes them human. Then came the most devastating moment this family has ever experienced. The loss of Traci Braxton, a sister, a daughter, a mother, and a piece of the family puzzle that can never be replaced. Grief changed them. It changed the tone of the show. It changed the way they communicated with each other. When someone you love passes away, especially someone younger than expected, the world starts feeling unfair and unpredictable. You question everything, you cling a little harder, and sometimes you argue a little louder. But here's the complicated part. Even grief turned into conflict. There were public disagreements between the family and Traci's husband about how she should be remembered, what should be shown, and who gets to make those decisions. And when people grieve differently, feelings get hurt. Someone feels left out, someone feels disrespected, someone feels misunderstood, and those wounds don't always heal right away. Fast forward to now, the new Braxton show has returned, and instead of a calm story of healing, we're seeing emotions boil over. There are heated arguments, there are tears, there are accusations, and at times you can feel the weight of everything they've survived pressing on them in real time. The trailer itself shows the tension is higher than ever. So the big question becomes, is reality television helping them heal or making the pain worse? Because what might begin as therapy in front of a camera can quickly turn into entertainment for millions. And sometimes the line between healing and performing gets very blurry. There's also the personal struggles that continue behind the scenes, especially with Tamar. She has shared openly about mental health challenges, feeling unheard and mistreated, and just trying to protect her peace. When someone is hurting and trying to rebuild their confidence and identity, even small disagreements can feel like a major attack. And in a family full of big personalities and years of unresolved tension, one misunderstanding can explode into a whole season of drama. Another major theme here is ego. Now, ego isn't just pride. Ego also shows up as fear and self-protection. Ego says, I don't want to look weak. I don't want to be the one who was wrong. I don't want to be the one who gets left behind. When a family is operating from fear, everybody is defending themselves even when they're trying to love each other. There are childhood roles that don't go away. The oldest sister, the baby of the family, the one who always gets in trouble, the one who always fixes things. And those roles can follow you into adulthood and define you even when you're trying to grow past them. So I want to talk to you hotties. Let's compare this to real life. How many of us have family members who don't understand our new boundaries? How many of us have the sibling who always feels invisible, or the one who is always expected to be strong, or the one who is told they're too much? When someone tries to change, sometimes the family tries to keep them the same. This show, as entertaining as it appears, is a real picture of that. It's a family trying to redefine itself after trauma, trying to find peace while still signed to a network contract, trying to love each other while the whole world watches and being judges. So here's the big heart question. Would you be able to heal if every argument you had with your family was filmed and edited for dramatic effect? Would cameras make things better or worse? Would you trust your own relatives to protect your heart while they're also trying to protect their own public image? Now, I want to hear from you, hotties. What do you think the Braxtons are really fighting for? Respect, voice, control, healing. Do you feel they are truly healing by sharing all of this publicly? Or do you feel like some of these wounds would finally close if the cameras weren't rolling? If you were sitting in a living room with this family, what would be the one thing you would ask them to forgive each other for? And in your own life, which Braxton do you relate to today? Do you feel like Tony, responsible but tired? Like Tamar, trying to be heard? Like Trina or Tawanda, fighting for balance? Or like Miss Evelyn, watching the people you love most struggle with each other? This isn't about making villains. This is about seeing the humanity behind the headlines. The Braxtons are grieving. They are growing. They are trying just like us. Let's keep talking this in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. Let me know your thoughts about the Braxtons and their drama in the comments. Hotties, peace and love always.